What's the most uncomfortable question you can ask someone? How come I wasn't invited? Weren't you pregnant? Edit. I seem to have struck a chord here. If I could give y'all a hug, I would. Where's my hug? A non-pregnant woman, how far along she is. Why does everyone hate you so much? If you come in the back office with me right now, just you and me, are you gonna be cool about it? Or be a snitch? Asked by my old boss at a grocery store. He just was offering me shots of Fireball because it was almost closing time on New Year's Eve. But that phrasing. At a job interview, do I have to do a drug test? Have you seen our toothbrush? Edit. Christ, this blew up. Thank you all for the silver gold. Are we still friends? Doctor. In front of parents, are you sexually active? Did you bathe properly today? Just have a casual conversation about anything. Corona. Politics. Grandparents and ask immediately afterwards, anyway, how's your sex life? The room has taught me a lot about life. I saw an old high school acquaintance at a club once. She had always been super skinny in HS, but this night she had a very pronounced belly. I assumed since she had always been skinny and only had grown in her belly that she was pregnant. She was not. Editing this after my BF insisted that I tell the whole story. I can't remember exactly how I asked her, but she replied in a half-laugh that she wasn't pregnant. Me, thinking she was joking, replied, "Oh, just a big lunch then?" while patting her stomach. Then I laughed and walked away. My cousin later told me what I had done and informed me that she had a 1-year-old and hadn't lost her baby weight. I will never do that again. Are you uncomfortable? Why are you so quiet? Is it in yet? Depends on the person. For a lot of women, it's, so when are you guys going to have a baby? To the gay couple. Which one of you is the girl, boy? Can you tell me something about yourself? What do you think of me? No. Where are you actually from? Once. Back in college. When meeting my then-girlfriend's parents for the first time. Her dad greets me with a handshake. Nothing odd about that at all. Then, in mid-shake he says, "So you're the guy fucking my daughter." I was genuinely rendered speechless. Edit to add. He didn't mean it in a threatening way or as an alpha move. And that was perfectly clear in the moment. My girlfriend had warned me that he was a bit of a kidder. And I was also aware of the fact that they were very open when it came to discussing sex. I knew before I met him that her dad knew we were sleeping with each other. And that it wasn't something that had to be kept secret. I just didn't expect to be greeted with it during introductions. What kind of debt are you in? Do you think your friends ever regret meeting you? Tell me about yourself. Windows has decided to shut down. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Hey, we need to talk. This is the worst. Especially over text. Do you have a sister by chance? Why does no one love me? On a scale of 1 to 10, how pretty do you think you are? It's bad because if you give yourself a high score, they'll assume that you're egotistical. And if you give yourself a low score, they'll either assume that you're insecure or that you're fishing for compliments. Male nurse here. I'm always asking embarrassing questions to the female patients. Especially if they're young. Are you currently sexually active? Do you have any STDs? Was asked by the charge nurse to discharge a 16-year-old female patient for vaginal discharge and to tell her how to clean, medicate herself. I told her no. Do you really want a guy to tell a young girl how to clean herself and to not have sex for 3 months while on meds? She agreed and did it herself. Well, apparently it's taboo to talk about how much money you make or anything about your financial situation. Unless you're really rich. So that seems to make people pretty uncomfortable. In the US at least. When are you going to get married, have kids? Can we become best friends? After meeting for 3 days. Why do people do that? Why is that clown following you? Why do you have cut marks on your arm? Hey, can we have a talk about your search history? What color underwear are you wearing right now? Have you ever considered plastic surgery? Why don't you have any children? I was a chronic miscarrier. My son is a super-duper miracle. I was telling someone about some good news I had recently gotten and they said congratulations. But someone overheard only the last bit and immediately jumped to, "Wait. Are you pregnant?" in front of a bunch of other people. Never ask someone if they're pregnant. Wait until they tell you. Otherwise you could make things super awkward if they are pregnant but they're not ready to tell anyone. They're trying but haven't been successful yet. Etc. Oh. This is one I've had to do. A friend I had in the USAF had just broken up with her fiancé who was stationed across the globe at another base. We hung out enough that others in the workplace joked we were dating. We were friends but definitely not romantically compatible. Plus she was engaged. So here's where it gets weird. She's a pretty conservative girl in a really genuinely wholesome kinda way. And about a week after she's broken up with her ex, I'm in my dorm room on base I was jerking off alright. And as I'm scrolling through pictures, I see her. It's gotta be her. But there's no way she'd let her ex take this picture, right? Definitely not let him post it online. So now in the middle of my alone time I'm faced with a moral conundrum. Because this could be revenge porn posted of my friend and she'd probably like to know it's out there and have it taken down if possible. But that means I have to find a way to discuss this with her to let her know what I may or may not have found. There is no winning in this situation. And of course I've gotta talk to her. So I text her saying I need to ask her something in person. I go over to her dorm and as nervous as I've ever been in my life. I have to ask if her and her ex ever took any sex photos. She was like, what? After some very awkward explanation she told me it must just be someone who looks exactly like her. Like same mole on same cheek alike because they definitely never took any pictures like that. We both breathed a sigh of relief because she thought I was gonna ask her out, a week after she broke up with her fiancé. And wasn't sure how to turn me down gently. And me for all the previously explained reasons. So yeah, asking an opposite sex friend about whether or not their ex might have leaked their nudes as revenge porn has gotta take the cake. On a first date, have you ever had a sexually transmitted infection or disease? To someone you kind of know but don't live with. Do you know you talk in your sleep sometimes? Is it cool if I shoot some smack real quick? Best results at family gatherings. Where'd you get that watch? While you're standing next to someone at the urinal. What happened to your arms? Did you fall off your bike? Did you get burned? Is that contagious? No fuckers. It's called psoriasis. I'm sick of wearing long sleeve shirts in the summer. Okay? Just stop asking people about their appearance. It's not that hard to mind your own damn business. When are you due? It's not uncomfortable when the woman is pregnant. But when she isn't, well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video don't forget to drop a like. If you would like to see more content like this in the future, subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified about future videos. Now check out one of these interesting videos.